Go through the main menu. Let me show you the whole layout of the display real quick. This is a UI number 1. So you have the car right in the middle. You have a speedometer right here on the left, and it's big. I'll show you later when I drive the car, and it's actually thicker and bigger than the one on the main display. And I like it how actually on the left-hand side right here, not on the right or even in the middle. So it's far away from this one, so your eyes, it's in the front. It keeps your eyes in front, and instead of drawing your eyes back here. So if the speedometer was back here, like some of the display, it's too close to this. I sometimes draw my eyes back to the man this way again. So we have a speedometer here, all the warning lights on the left, and some of the warning lights on the top, and as you can see, the door is open, and the door is open on here, and it shows on the main graphic, and it's big, good graphic here because of the size of the display, and I love how low profile of the display is, so it doesn't block, a lot of views in the front, but it has a lot of space to display information on the display, and it's big enough. So we have a battery percentage on the bottom, also a range from the battery. We have time up here, and also the temperature and gear selection on the right hand side, and the main menu on the right, which should be on the right. A lot of displays on the left, so I really like it how the layout on the right. And you have Apple CarPlay here, and you can either use touch screen on the display to select different menu, as you can see here, or you can use the scroll wheel on the same wheel. So I've used the scroll wheel. So the first one, let's go back to the first one. So the first one would be driving information for the current drive, and also the mileage off the car. And the second one would be a consumption, and the man setting menu, CarPlay, Android Auto, mirror cast, so you can actually mirroring your phone on the display. I will try to test that, and then also AppPlay, and last will be AppPlay. So let's go through the main menu real quick. Go to setting on the main menu. It's really simple. I love this display with the setting. It's not complicated, it's easy to read. So the first one will be Wi-Fi. So that's where you connect to Della, the software update of the display. And in general would be everything else. So the general would have temperature, hour system, time zone, and speed limit sign. Round would be every rounds in the world, and then rectangle would be American. And audio output, you can put loudspeaker, the built-in speaker of the display, or Bluetooth, type pressure unit, and languages. These are the languages that's available on the display. And then now you can change the car model graphic on the display too. So you have Model 3 Highland, Model 3 Cybertruck, Model Y, and Model Y Juniper. Let me show you all the models real quick. So Highland, this is the Model 3 Highland, this is the regular Model 3, the older Model 3, this is Cybertruck, and this is the legacy Model Y and Model Y Juniper, which is disc. They can also change the color to match your car. And also display, so display is changing the UI. You have the UI 1 at the moment, UI 2, UI 3, so you have 3 different UI, and the display has 2 different color. So to follow the main display with white, right now light, and dark. So you could either select white, light, or dark, or just follow the main display. You can choose between the Apple CarPlay, so this is Apple CarPlay full screen, or half screen forward looking, meaning if you were to install the front forward camera for the Model 3 Highland, you can just select to turn on, and then Rainbow Road. So when you select the autopilot, it will change to Rainbow Road, and the software update right here. So that's really simple and straightforward for the main menu of this display. Now let me show you how to set up the Apple CarPlay real quick. Just select Apple CarPlay on the main menu and then push to the right, and then just find that Apple CarPlay ID in your Bluetooth setting. Just wait, this one right here. Pair, allow, request Apple CarPlay connection. Connect. There you go. It should be connecting right about now. There you go. It's really quick. We're responsive. As you saw from the setting, I changed to a half screen because that's probably most people do, because you still want to see the information of the car right here. But I can change to the full screen for you real quick. Here we go. So we get the full screen. So if you choose to use a full screen, let's say you go on a trip, you want a full screen map on this display, you can also do that. But normally I would just do half screen, so I have the information of the car on the right hand side. Alright, so now we are back to half screen, and you can use any apps you want, Google Maps, Waze, because of the size of this display. Even with the half screen, will not quite half. Yeah, I would say like a 3/5 of the screen, even with the 3/5 of the display size. It's big enough because of the size of the display. This is almost 11 inches from here to here. So it's a huge benefit of this display too, so you can feel a really good size map on the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So now let's test out the music real quick. Let's go to Pendar. Alright, so to listen to the music with the speakers off the car, you can select here to Bluetooth options right here, and usually it's already connected to your phone, and then now you can listen to the music, but you would have to change on your phone to output in your car, so you have to select your car instead of the phone. So now we can also control it from here. Here it's from the car speaker, and the sound output for any other apps would be the same setting as for the music, like the maps, if you want to output the voice for the direction. And it also has, let me go back to the main menu. So it also has a really cool shortcut functions if you swipe the display down. So we have a preheat battery here, and also open the door, so front right, rear left, rear right, move the chair forward, backwards. So the chair would be for the front passenger seat. So let's say if I select right here to move backward, so I can't really hold to move backward and forward, just press 1 and it does one increment. So it's not quite usable for the chair shortcuts, but let's test the door. So the front passenger door. Okay, so I open all the way out too. You can see it's unlocked, unless. All right. So the rear left, open. It's showing on the car, as you can see, and then rear right opens. So on the car, so all 4 doors are open at the moment. So those are the shortcuts, and you can adjust the sounds from here, and also brightness off the display. I couldn't find the menu, so you have to swipe down to get the brightness. So you can either do the manual or auto. So auto meaning it will just follow the brightness on this main display. Okay, so let's see if I can see different UI from here. So go to the display and then UI number 2. Let's change that, and this is the UI number 2. So UI number 2 doesn't have the 2 modes, dark and light, so it will just show this kind of dark mode all the time with the speedometer right in the middle and everything else on the left and right. So you have the full consumption separately on the left hand side instead of selection here. And yeah, so it is like a more driving focus with the speedometer right in the middle. So the actually two UIs. 2 and 3, it's really similar. You can see 2 and 3, it's similar on the main graphic when you park the car, but it will change when I drive the car. Then I'll show you 2 different or all 3 different UIs when I drive the car. So here's how to connect your phone to the display via Miracast. So first you have to go to the setting and then go to Wi-Fi and then connect to your home Wi-Fi hotspot. Then after that, connect. You go home and then go test it out. Let me point out something I forgot. It's the color of white background on the display. I know it doesn't show well on the camera. This one's, it's a little more greeny-ish to it. This one, it's a little warmer, but in real life, it's a lot closer than it is in the camera. And this is probably the closest white color background to the man Tesla this way so far. All right, let's go test it out. All right, let's go test it out. And this is my POV of the display. This is probably the biggest display that you would fit in the Model Y Juniper, the width-wise. I mean, anything taller than this, you probably won't see the whole display at all. And this is the UI number 1, and you have a really good side speedometer, as you can see. And we have a power and region just right below the speedometer. And when the speed limit is available, then it will show right on top of the speedometer on the left-hand side. As you can see, as I mentioned before, when the speedometer, it's on away, I mean on the left-hand side, and it's far away enough from the main display, this one, then you don't really move your eyes back to the main display the way you used to. So you can keep your eyes in front of you with this display a lot better because of the size of the display and the size of the speedometer. As you can see, when the car on the brake, it will show on the graphic on the display too. And right now I'm on the live feed on the consumption here, which you can see. And only one thing is the consumption, live consumption is based on kilometers, not on miles. So now we have the speed limit available, then it will just show up on the right-hand side of the left of the speedometer. And you can scroll, of course, change to all the setting, all the menus with the same real button here. And this is UI number 3. So it's really close to UI number 1, but it has like a dogger road in the middle and the lanes kind of moving while your car is moving, but everything else pretty much the same here. So if you put on, I mean turn on the autopilot, you see the autopilot on the left-hand side. I kind of like both, you guys. They're both really clean. Like the first one better because it's more HUAWEI, more just like the one on the main display in the car. But this one is really nice too. Love the graphic of the car. And this is UI number 2. So the UI number 2 only has one mode, which is dark mode. And actually the speed dominant is smaller, but it's right in the middle. And the consumption moved here permanently, so it's always display the consumption all the time, and you have the menu on the right-hand side. This one right here, it's actually region and power, right on top of the speedometer. Now let's see the CarPlay with HUAWEI's app. As you can see, because the size of the display, the map on HUAWEI's or Google Map or Apple Map, it's plenty big. So it's big enough to see, really nice size. And you still have everything on the right-hand side with the speedometer, warning lights, region and brakes, on power, also the gear selection, and you have the map, nice and clear, and really, really good quality graphic. And this is Google Map. So Google Map is a little smaller graphic than HUAWEI's. So that's why a lot of people, prefer to use HUAWEI's, because it's really easy to see. In the middle, and if I turn on the signal, it will change to red. There you go. It also has the autopilot warning, as you can see. And And here's what it looks like when you turn on the rainbow mode and activate the autopilot or EXT. So on the light spot warning, they could make the car that's showing on the display a little bit bigger. As you can see here, the car is really small. The UI number 2 still has the black spot warning showing the yellow light, and of course the red line, but it doesn't show the car graphic in the middle. Now let's test out Siri on Apple CarPlay on this display.
Hey Siri.
Take me to Starbucks. One possibility is Starbucks on Red Cedar Drive in Highlands Ranch, less than a half mile to your north. Is that the one you're looking for? Yes. Getting directions to Starbucks using Google Maps. There you go. Because the screen is far out here, it's really convenient if you can use Siri with Apple CarPlay. So you can, find directions without having to, type in or press here or type in on your phone. So this is a lot more convenient. I'm glad that it's working with Siri on the display, but of course you have to have your phone around for Siri to work. And this is the dark mode on the display compared to the dark mode on the main screen. Really, really similar. I mean, the brightness wise on the dark mode, it blends in really, really well with the main screen and this display. So it doesn't look out of place. It looks like OEM, come from the factory. That's why I like this UI a lot, because it fits really well with the man this way here. Right, now let me show you what it looks like.